Well, welcome back. Thanks for joining us here at Gridiron TV, and welcome to the Woodham Warriors and head coach Jon Tait. Coach, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you. Good, good.
It's always great to have new teams on board, and it'd be great this evening to talk about the Warriors, who they are, and what levels they're playing at. So, can you tell us first a little bit about the history of the team?
Yeah, we've been playing now for about 9 years. We're a school-based organisation at Woodham Community Technology College, and we've been playing flag football for the last 8 years. And in the last 4 or 5 years, we've been into youth kitted football as well. The flag football, we got to a level where we were playing at British Championship level. We represented the UK in three European NFL European Championships, and then we were the first British team to ever qualify for the World Championships when we were flown out to New Orleans to play in the Superdome in 2007, which was an incredible experience, not only to represent the country, but to be playing in a city like New Orleans 12 months after the Hurricane Katrina disaster. So it was incredible. We were playing against teams from Miami, Beijing, Barcelona, Bangkok, all over the place. And then there was a little town called Newton Aycliffe in County Durham, sort of sat in the mix there, which raised a few eyebrows. So that's a little bit of the history. And then in the last 3 years, we've been competing in the youth kitted National League. We've got to the last two British finals. We've got a record of 40 wins and 2 losses, but unfortunately, the 2 losses have been in the last two British finals. So we've got a job to do this year and a little bit of unfinished business.
Certainly, and this year you're looking very impressive. So, no doubt you'll be back to the final, and we'll try and follow you all the way through to the final, and hopefully you can, convert this time and get that final victory to become champions.
Yeah, that's our hope, and we need to make sure we do that this year. We came up short in the last play of the last two finals, beaten in the last couple of seconds. So we want to make sure that we go one step further, and we've learned from our losses, and we need to put right what we did wrong, and just get over the line, really, which is what we failed to do in the last 2 years.
So looking back at the organisation then, and in terms of building and developing, as you mentioned, you're involved in flag and now with kitted, and now you've had the recent announcement of being included in the Woodham Sports Academy. So it's really the sport is really growing down there, and it's really developing into something great.
Yeah, I mean, it's been one of our biggest extracurricular sports at the school. I've been a PE teacher at the school for nearly 10 years now, and I'm assistant head teacher. And it's very clear that it's something that the kids have really grabbed hold of as their sport. We were converting to an academy in September, from in a school sense, from a community technology college to an academy. And along with that, we're launching our sports academy. And the sports academy aims to give our elite student athletes the opportunities to participate in a range of sports, one of which is going to be American football. And the Warriors are going to have a big hand really in how that's going to be run. It's going to be run through the Woodham Warriors and through myself. The British American Football Association have got on board. They like what we do. They're going to support us with that, which is fantastic to have that recognition, but also to have that support from the national running body with there as well. And it's a fantastic opportunity for the students, because not only are they going to be playing American football like they've done before, but there's a range of other opportunities that we've got lined up to take it to that next level. And one of the important things for us is that all of the students are going to be signing a contract and an agreement along with the school and their parents to make sure that they follow strict targets in attendance, behaviour and progress, because we see that sport as a big part to play in developing young people into role models themselves, and to actually develop their characteristics and mature them as young people. So we want to make sure that happens, and we use sport to do that, to raise achievement. And if there's any student that's not following those targets, there'll be parental meetings, and if worse comes to worse, they'll be removed from the academy for a period of time. And we're going to be very strict on that, because we want sport, and the American football especially, to be able to contribute to these students' lives, to actually make a difference, rather than just give them a sport to play. We want to really use this to actually create fine young men out of these people.
And you talk about the academy setup, and we at Gridiron TV have been in discussions with another academy, Filton Academy, and again, you now share something else in common, and that you're now going to be competing as similarly to they do across Europe. Can you tell us a little bit about the games that you'll have coming up later in the year?
Yeah, it's very exciting. I know Filton we're accepted into the DoDDs League, which is the Department of Defense Dependents, which is the American Military League. There's obviously a lot of American air bases and military bases around Europe, and within each one of those, they have an American elementary school with American students playing American sports. And I know Filton were accepted, I think it was about 2 years ago, and I've been in discussions with Coach Herod and John Wise, a good friend of mine down at Filton, about the possibility of us extending our opportunities to our students with the Woodham Sports Academy, and that was the natural route really to see if we could pursue that. Over the last few months, we've been able to make significant strides in that, and we've been accepted to play within the league this year as an affiliate club really for the first year. And we're going to be playing 3 games, 2 home games against UK-based military bases, which is Menwith Hill and Alconbury. And then we've got an away trip in October to Sicily to play against Sigonella, which is in the, right down in Sicily, which should be fantastic in October time. And we may even see a little bit of sun, which we're obviously not seeing at the moment.
Yeah, it'll be quite a change from you making a short trip down the road to face your local rivals to travel all the way across Europe. So, how do you think the team and the guys from the academy will be able to handle that, and how will you prepare them for such a long trip?
Well, I mean, it's not just only the trip that we need to think about. I mean, what we've been playing it's a big transition because we've been playing five-man football, 5-on-5, for the last 8 to 10 years. This is going to be stepping up to 9-man football. So not only are we going to be playing against American kids, not only are we going to be playing, in Europe, but we're also stepping up to a totally new ball game as far as we're concerned. And the kids are having to learn different blocking schemes, they're having to learn different positions, and suddenly it's very, very different. And the kids are very excited about it. They're chomping at the bit. They want to know when we're going, how we're getting there, etc., etc. And they're really, really looking forward to it. And I suppose it's one of those things that it makes you want to be 16 again. It makes you want to be in a school where these kids have got this opportunity. Because it's amazing to think that they're going to be able to apply their trade against American students in Europe. And it having been filmed by the Forces Network and that sort of stuff, and there are quite a few of our kids who want to pursue a high school scholarship at some point in the future, and it's all well and good us writing CVs for them or helping them out and giving them references to say, oh yeah, they've had 4 or 5 MVPs this year in the British League against either the Chorley Buccaneers or Sheffield Tomahawks or London Warriors, whoever it is, and the American high schools, they're not going to recognise that as a standard that they sort of are going to authenticate. If we're then saying, well, we've got these players who are playing against American kids, and in the DoDDs League, it suddenly authenticates the standard we're playing at, and I think that's going to be very important for any of our students who want to develop and go further in terms of potentially moving out to America to pursue things like that. It's really, really good for their development, and it's obviously a huge feather in our cap as far as the school, the sports academy, and the Woodham Warriors goes. That actually we're providing these opportunities that other young students and other young people in the country can't really access. It's fantastic. It really is, and very exciting from a coaching point of view as well to be able to take and pit my wits against against American coaches and etc. It's really, really good.
Yeah, it all sounds really promising, and it's going to work alongside the development of the academy and really build a much stronger foundation. So, if there's anyone that is listening to this, a fan of American football, and feel like they want to become a part of the Woodham Academy system, are there ways for them to get involved and apply to join the school?
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, we're certainly within the DoDDs framework. The students have to be obviously a student of the school because it's our school against another sort of military school. But certainly, we're always looking for people to get involved, to take part. There's a lot of roles within the club that people can take part in and volunteer on game day. We have people who take stats, who film and game film analysis and use iPads on their phone and all that sort of stuff. and certainly any young people who are local, who want to get involved, want to come down and see what we're about, then we're more than welcome, and they can find the details off our website, woodhamwarriors.com, and certainly come down, get involved, see what it's about, and take it from there. Absolutely.
Terrific. Well, thanks very much for taking your time to join us here on Gridiron TV. It's always great to hear success stories like that and growing stories of teams around the UK and coaches and organisations that are developing the sport. So we look forward to following you more during the year. Good luck for your home success as you make your way towards Britball again, and we'll hopefully catch up with you soon, Coach.
Wonderful. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.